The city never saw it coming. Not the authorities. Not the powerful families. Not even the people who believed they controlled everything. Because on one ordinary night, Crescent City changed forever. And for Bryce Quinlan, the world she knew was about to disappear. The evening had begun like countless others. The streets were alive with music. Neon lights reflected across rain-soaked pavement. Friends gathered together. Laughter filled the air. For a few precious hours, everything felt normal. Bryce was with the people she trusted most, including Danica Fendir, her best friend, her family. The person she believed would always be there. But sometimes tragedy arrives without warning. And when it does, it leaves nothing untouched. As the night continued, Bryce and Danica eventually went their separate ways. There was no argument, no dramatic goodbye, no sign that anything was wrong. Just another ordinary farewell. The kind people make every day. The kind they expect to repeat tomorrow. But tomorrow was never coming. Hours later, something terrible happened. A brutal attack tore through the city. Violent, sudden, merciless. By the time authorities arrived, it was already over. Danica Fender was dead. Her entire pack was dead. And the city was left searching for answers. The news spread quickly. Shock turned to fear. Fear turned to confusion. How could something like this happen? Danica wasn't weak. Far from it. She was one of the most powerful wolves in Crescent City. Her pack was respected, protected, feared by many. Yet somehow, every single one of them had been slaughtered. The official explanation came quickly. A demon attack. Authorities claimed a powerful demon was responsible, the same mysterious force connected to synth. The dangerous drug that had already begun spreading throughout the city. For many people, the explanation made sense. The city wanted answers. And answers had been provided. Case closed. But for Bryce, nothing felt right. Nothing. Because Danica wasn't careless. She wasn't reckless. And she certainly wasn't the kind of person who would walk blindly into danger. Something about the story felt incomplete, as though important pieces were missing. But before Bryce could even begin asking questions, grief consumed everything. Days passed in a blur. The city continued moving forward. People returned to their lives. Businesses reopened. Music returned. The world kept turning. But Bryce's world had stopped. Every street reminded her of Danica. Every memory felt like a wound. Every moment felt heavier than the one before. The future she imagined no longer existed, and the loneliness was unbearable. For months, Bryce withdrew from the life she once loved. The vibrant woman people knew seemed to disappear. In her place was someone carrying a pain few could understand. Yet, even during her grief, questions remained. Questions no one seemed interested in answering. Why had Danica been targeted? What had really happened that night? And why did the official story feel so convenient? Then something unexpected happened. The investigation reopened. New evidence emerged. Evidence suggesting the danger wasn't gone. Evidence suggesting someone or something was still out there. Suddenly, Bryce found herself pulled back into a nightmare she had desperately tried to escape. And this time, she wouldn't face it alone. Because standing on the other side of the investigation was someone almost as dangerous as the mystery itself. A fallen angel. A warrior feared across the city. A man named Hunt Athalar. Powerful. Deadly. And carrying demons of his own. At first, Bryce wants nothing to do with him, and Hunt has little interest in her, but neither of them gets a choice. Because the deeper they look into Danica's death, the more impossible the official story becomes. Secrets begin to surface. Hidden connections appear. And for the first time, Bryce starts to wonder if Danica had been investigating something before she died. Something dangerous. Something powerful. Something worth killing for. The city says the case is solved. But Bryce is beginning to realize the truth. The case was never solved. It was buried. And somewhere beneath Crescent City's shining light, the real story is waiting. Waiting to be uncovered. Waiting to change everything. In the next episode, Bryce meets Hunt Athalar. The investigation begins, and the first clues hidden by Danica finally come to light. What was Danica trying to discover? Who benefits from keeping the truth hidden? And what happens when Bryce starts asking the wrong people the right questions? The answers begin in episode 3.